You hear our words, but you forget. Push your fingers through the surface to the wet. We wait in the stains, we build you till nothing remains. In the name of the sound of the name. Repeat the word, repeat the word, repeat the word. Egg cracks and the truth will emerge. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. You are home, you remind us happy.
At the edge of understanding, the border of the known, the breaking point of reason, where logic is dethroned. Your sense is defenseless and festers on the bone. You'll find entropy as offensive as rendered in the sown as you roam through the oldest house, home to all that you weren't told about. Trapped within a labyrinth that goes without saying that we're praying that they don't get out. The reason for the isn't sitting hinged within a schism of half-reflected architecture, dark unending prisms. Part objective, part conjecture, partner with tradition, where the paperwork is worshipped and the rituals written. When the black rock cracks and the firebreak ends, the director is left as the line of defense. Trenches have fallen to forces unknown. Perhaps you should answer the phone.
If you can't place the pin where patterns end and you begin, follow the director, else you're gonna slide into the void. But if the world you know has cracked and fallen through, go to the projector, load another slide into
There's the strangest correlation observation will present in the systems we can witness and the signals they have sent. These forces yet unknowable that ripple through cement, inscrutable intrusions, altered world events, where reality cracks and impacts on the next. Dimensions fragment and the astral projects on benign, undefined archetypal objects until ordinary's torn up and normal defect. In effect, what you're left with are OOPs, objects of power. A flying TV, a light that can hijack your mind as you see, a safe that's encased in a shield of debris. These frequencies are frequently the key to what's perceived to be, and vis-a-vis are feeding off the reaches of the mind. But recently the sequence is repeated and repeated, and it leaves me with the theory that they're trying to get inside.
You hear our words, but you forget. Push your fingers through the surface to the wet. We wait in the stains, we build you till nothing remains. In the name of the sound of the name. Repeat the word, repeat the word, repeat the word. And it cracks and the truth will emerge. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. You are home, you remind us happy.
If you can't place the pin where patterns end and you begin, follow the director, as you're gonna slide into the void. But should your world collapse and fall right off the maps, go to the projector, load another slide into
The
the
director is
void.
the bureau's one connection to the board. Obey the mighty Bakelite and file your reports. Telephony and effigy must never be ignored, so if you hear a ringing, you had better pull the cord and explore the decor of the ocean view, where the doors only open for a chosen few. Check your logic at the desk, you won't need it to progress. A dream is just a test to be broken through, like the smoke entombed in the rooms of the ashtray. Furniture fractals, the carpet cascades, lost in a labyrinth of lounge chairs and lampshades. Wallpaper warps into infinite pathways. There's no limit to the dangers of phenomenon we keep, or the chaos that would range if the panopticon be breached. This never-ending edifice is pushed upon the precipice, since we let in the resonance the future's under siege.
If you can't place the pin where patterns end and you begin, follow the director, else you're gonna slide into the void. But if you see the scenes where motels melt with dreams, go to the projector, load another slide into the void.
Analyze the data. I've cataloged the signs, run every simulation, every sample I can find. I'd give an explanation, but we haven't got the time. We're drowning in the waveforms and our minds are in the tide of elegant malevolence, sequestered in the resonance, nesting in the head of every denizen. Tell me, is it heaven sent? Is the devil even relevant when questioning the presence of dimensional intelligence? Thresholds unfold as a door that knocks in the ticking and the ticking and the ticking of the clocks. We are holding the key, we just don't see the locks. Paradise and parasite in parallel. In paradox, we stand on a mantle where matter divides to abstractive fractures that tangle and ride through cracks in reality. Trapped in a slide, such intangible sanctuary Hedron provides.
Breaking the first, the second, the third, the fourth wall, fifth wall, no floor, you fall. Earworm humming in a dream, baby, 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 yeah, just plastic. You want to listen, you want to dream, you want to smile, you want to hurt. You don't want to be, you want to listen, you want to dream, you want to smile, you want to hurt. You don't want to be.
If you can't place the pin where patterns end and you begin, follow the director, else you're gonna slide into the void. But should your towers fall, free your mind and heed the call, go to the projector. hear our words, but you forget. Push your fingers through the surface to the wet. We wait in the stains, we build you till nothing remains. In the name of the sound of the name. Repeat the word, repeat the word, repeat the word. Egg cracks and the truth will emerge. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. You are home to remind us happy.
At the edge of understanding, the border of the known, the breaking point of reason, where logic is dethroned, where sense is defenseless and festers on the bone, you'll find entropy is offensive as rendered in the sown as you roam through the oldest house, home to all that you weren't told about, trapped within a labyrinth that goes without saying that we're praying that they don't get out. The reason for the isn't sitting hinged within a schism of half-reflected architecture, dark unending prisms, part objective, part conjecture, partner with tradition, where the paperwork is worshipped and the rituals written. When the black rock cracks and the firebreak ends, the director is left as the line of defense. The trenches have fallen to forces unknown. Perhaps you should answer the phone.
If you can't place the pin where patterns end and you begin, follow the director, else you're gonna slide into the void. But if the world you know has cracked and fallen through, go to the projector, load another slide into
There's the strangest correlation observation will present in the systems we can witness and the signals they have sent. These forces yet unknowable that ripple through cement, inscrutable intrusions, altered world events, where reality cracks and impacts on the next, dimensions fragment, and the astral projects on benign, undefined, archetypal objects until ordinary's torn up and normal defect. In effect, what you're left with are OOPs, objects of power. A flying TV, a light that can hijack your mind as you see, a safe that's encased in a shield of debris. These frequencies are frequently the key to what's perceived to be, and vis-a-vis are feeding off the reaches of the mind. But recently the sequence is repeated and repeated, and it leaves people with the theory that they're trying to get inside.
You hear our words, but you forget. Push your fingers through the surface to the wet. We wait in the stains, we build you till nothing remains. In the name of the sound of the name. Repeat the word, repeat the word.
That's. And I can close that window. And I can click on. Turn the light on. Oof! Ha! Flashbang out! Hello and welcome to the stream. Tis I, Matt Getz. Greetings and salutations, Carol. Welcome on in. Oh, thank God it's Friday. It's been a hell of a week today. Let alone for the rest of the week, but today it's just been bonkers. But, oh, we're here, finally. Sit down and have a crack at Control. Can't remember what the hell I was up to. All I can remember is I think I'm close to where I got up to before. So I'll sort of let you know when I reach that point, because then it'll all be new for me. Bright light right to the retina. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One of these days I'm actually going to learn not to look at it when I turn it on. I'm like, is that bright? Clink. Yeah, that's bright, that's bright. Let's just move my phone over there, because that's probably going to go off because I connected it up to the Wi-Fi. So no doubt there's going to be messages coming through to go, oh hey, by the way, you know, it's time for you to pay your rent, because you just got paid. So you got to pay your rent. And it's like, oh I know, I've done that. And it's going to tell me I've done that. I'm like, don't remind me of how much money I've just... Comes in, goes out. Yay! But such is the way of life. And then I need to plan for what the month's got, because I also need to see about picking up Warhammer as well. I don't think I've ever bought a game at full price like that, and I just looked at it earlier and I was like, but you know, hey, we'll give it a whirl. I'm gonna have to pick it up soon anyway, because it comes out soon enough. Saying that, when does it come out? I've got Steam up here anyway, so let's have a gander on that one whilst I get that sorted. I'm assuming it'd be under the top sellers list. It is under the top sellers list. Yeah, $54.99, and that's just the base game. Holy hell, 9 days. Right, okay. It's bonkers. So you've got the base game. Friday the 13th will be the first stream, Dim. Right, okay. So what I might do is sort of wait until it gets closer to that and just grab it then, because it's not going to go up in price. Doubt it's going to go down in price either, but you know. But yeah, it's bonkers like game prices nowadays. Because it's like you could go for the pre-purchase, the gold edition, and you get 4 days access ahead of time. Woo! And that's $79.99. Or you get the Ultra Edition, which gives you something else. I'm not quite sure what. And that's $89.99. That's a penny off £90. I'm like, holy hell! Wow! Yeah. Let's have a look. What does it supposedly give you? Unlock bonus. Oh, you get the season pass and a champions pack for 90 quid. You just get the seasons pass with the more expensive one, or you. If you get the pre-order, you get some chosen DLC. What does that do for you? Ultramarine inspired skin set for the bolt rifle, chainsword, and a pauldron. Like expensives. But you know, that's something I'll worry about later. For now, we play Control. Making lots of noises in the background. Just click continue game. But yeah, when did games become so expensive? Just like, I still remember my mum. Discord message to keep an eye. Yeah. But yeah, I remember when I was a little kid, and it's like, you know, back in the age of the Sega Mega Drive, which, you know, dates where this is coming from. And we looked at like £30 for a game, and it was just, Mum was like, no, I'm not paying £30 for a game. You play it for a few hours and that's it. I suppose at least with this kind of game, there's probably going to be a bit more than the casual few hours out of it, but even so, it's just... Plus I've got to buy coach tickets because I'm heading back up north in October. But I could always grab them towards the end of the month. I remember us hitting up the game stores in Blackburn and getting like 3 to 4 games fairly new for less than 90. Yep. I also remember back in the day, you know, getting my mum to buy me GTA, you know, the original top-down GTA. Because, you know, I couldn't buy it. I wasn't 18. Oh joy, they're doing some work outside. That's what I was hearing and thinking it was in-game, and I was turning the volume down like, why is it still so loud in my ear? So apologies if you can hear grinding. I know what he's doing now. Landlord needed to do some work and he needs to grind some welds off. So yeah, apologies if you can hear that. If it gets too much, just let me know. We'll sort something out. Right, okay, let's get back into this. Investigate the X-ray light box object power. Where am I? I'm down there, and I need to head up there. So yeah, let's head through. Let's head through here.
This way to the lab? Okay. You must like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things around here. If Marshall can't help us with Dylan, he's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. Or taken over by the hiss.
Hey, welcome in, welcome in, my love. Welcome in. Leroy J. Oh yeah, wrong guy. Yes. Yeah, so that'll be more for when we get the Warhammer game, I guess. Which actually reminds me, whose stream are we doing that on exactly, Carol? Oops, switch. Drop that, thank you. I didn't mean to pick that up. That's it. I've got scatter, not scatter, spin and pistol as weapons. Helpful if could do tower short break drinks to could do, yeah. I feel the feeling I'm missing something up here. Probably this thing with a button to use it. Oh god, I'll actually gotta press these buttons. Oh. Nope. Hurrah, lab.
You led me here. Any idea how to make it work?
I remember this bit.
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
So yeah, grab the punch cards, put them in the machines in a specific order. Utilization of paranatural elements. Black rock prisms. Black rock shooter. Sorry. Oh my giddy amp, that's loud. Again, apologies. Yeah. Didn't realise the landlord was going to be doing work. Is that like really loud for everybody else, or? Anyway, black rock prisms are unique formations of black rock distinct in both their shape and potency. Whilst the density of black rock dampens paranatural forces, the unique orange structure of prisms retain frequencies in the range of banana to apple hertz, with Persic coconut harmonization. This report analyzes the results of focusing a mango through a harmonized prism onto a cucumber. Methods for the imprinting of non-physical fields into asparagus, combining them with the properties of harmonized resonance pairs. In the prism, which will be explored and explained, refer to file cabbage for full report. Is there just not an angling? Right, okay, if it gets too bad, let me know. I'll, if need be, just stop streaming for the day and pick it up tomorrow. Yep, I kind of figured that much, love. So we know what the first and the fourth should be. What are you? You're number 4. Okay. So the fourth would be a little bit in. Is that the same as what's down here? No. No, because that's number 5. Number 5 is the one with... Shut up! Number 5 is the Harv one. So where is Terminal 5? Terminal 5 is here, which is that one. And then this one tells me which way they are, so the full black one in the middle is number 2. Number 1 is that one, which just leaves number 3 to be that. Glowy rock. See, you should have touched it whilst it was still there.
The prism's shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan.
Duct tape. Go to the communications. Okay, right. Where is my nearest teleport? Back that way. Right, okay, love. I'll be back with you momentarily. Do 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 do. So it wanted me over here, didn't it? Communications department, which is probably easiest to get to via dead letters. Mailroom. We'll try mailroom. Do 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 do. Away. I don't even think this was where I was supposed to be. Oh, well, might have been. System security evaluation confirmed data breach. Summary. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file, which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP address. The following are the confirmed identities of these users: Patrick Julians, Rubens Nogueira, Otto Glumaki, Christopher Mill Bowling, Yakko Sahin. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. Now, are they backers or staff, do we reckon? to the communications department. That's where I think I am. What am I missing? Huh. Go to the Executive Communications Department, which is where I am. Could have sworn that's where that is. So this is out there. The only thing I can think of is I need to come in via dead letters, but it's sealed off. Huh. Have I borked this? Hello? Evil minions! Not quite sure. I think it may be borked. Oh well. We tried. Right, okay, so we want to be Ritual Division. Off topic, info topic. Hello? Alright. Let us go. I am wondering if it's worth having the shotgun as my secondary. Because currently I've got pistol and submachine gun. I wonder if I switch to shotgun. I've discovered that there is a manga called Hamu Hamu Muzukashi, which for those that don't know in Japanese means troublesome hamster.
We need more Blackrock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab, down in the Blackrock processing site in maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way. But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go. I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it. I'm the only one who can help. Fine. I'll get the prisms first. Dylan will have to wait just a little longer. But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prisms, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
So I remember going there.
Here, this will lead back to Central Research.
Handy. Yeah, oh handy, we're here. Maintenance sector, let's try there.
Marshall knows something about Dylan. Is he here? Is he all right? HRAs first. They'll help save everyone, including Dylan, once I find him. Can you keep him safe? Like you do with me?
Do-do-do. Less of the shooting of the director, please. Thank you very much. Ooh, hello. Wait. This is where I probably want this to be. Oh, God. Hey, fellas. I mean, that was a choice. Ow! Why do I have this habit of picking up explosive things and then throwing it into walls right next to me? Is it training me well just to, get sidetracked? Very easy. Oh well, sugar, honey, iced tea. No, just used to the. Ooh. Okay. Do we reckon I need these to be turned? Probably. Aha! I see. Can I grab the one from below? Probably not. Crunch. I mean, puzzles are in the kind of loosest sense here. Ocean View Motel and Casino. Law 3 applies.
I don't know. The lights are on. They should be open.
The lights are on, but no one's home.
Hello? I don't think anyone's there, honey. Come on. We'll go to that motel we passed a while back.
Let's check what's in room number 2. Ooh. A chair? I can sit in it? No, I can push the chair in. So these supposed to match. Chair out, picture straight. Video that side, thing that side. It's the only thing I need really is the Is someone doing DIY? Yes. Yeah, landlord is unfortunately chosen this time to do DIY. So the change machine for the laundrette's being changed over to a new one. So he has to do some DIY to make it fit. My question is, what did that do for us apart from just think, oh, did it open up? It may have opened up the bridge. Whoa, shit. Good job, we've got really good knees and ankles and all that sort of jazz. It looked at me funny. I mean, yeah, she's wearing decent footwear at least.
Okay, we need to find a way to Blackrock Processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
Hey, open quantum, welcome in. No, I don't think we can open a 5 yet. He says, let's check. Yep, definitely can open 5. What have we got here? We have structural analysis. The Atlas. The Atlas is a physical expression created by the Otis House. Its purpose and function are currently unknown. The specific shape and dimensions of the Atlas, see file ATL-03 for the said dimensions, seem to indicate a more explicit purpose than the Otis House usual walls, floors, or shifts. The Atlas changes form but resists observation when doing so. No visual observation has been made during its change, and it only ever occurs between frames when monitored by surveillance cameras. A previous theory was that this change corresponds to house shifts, and that the Atlas is a grapefruit of the melon itself. However, the shape changes do not occur at the same time as the building shifts, which makes his theory doubtful. Structurally, the Atlas is made of the same strawberries material as the rest of the Otis house. Further observation will hopefully aid in discovering its purpose. Refer to file 8-37-3592 for full report. You've been playing Crash Bandicoot 4 again. Oh. I never managed to get into the Crash Bandicoot games, though I have seen people play them and I'm like, it looked fun, but I would suck at them. Which then I suppose technically would make for an interesting watch, but also a frustrating watch for people because I am hopeless at games like that. What are you? Tissues. I'm trying to think, has J Station played that? He may have, actually. Trying to 100% it and missing 2 gems. Oh, there's nothing more annoying than when you're just missing something like that close to the end of it. And it's just like, I know, I just need them. And it's worse when it's, especially if you can see where it is, and then you've got to try and figure out how to get there. I think I get very frustrated because it looks and feels deceptively simple. Yeah, there's 456 gems. Wow. Okay. I'm kind of hoping that it'd be a case of a lot of it would be. Why can't I pick that one up? Oh, personal mods full. Okay, let's try and get rid of some of the empty stuff. But I'm hoping like a lot of it will be like stuff you pick up along the way, and you just have to go out your way for a few other bits here and there. I haven't unlocked any of the other stuff, so let's start with, what are you? You are 26. Okay, so let's deconstruct that one. Let's look at that. That's 19. That's 17. So that's less. That one is a 27, so that one can go. Can I do it by rarity? I can do it by rarity. Let's get rid of all the cruddy rarity ones then. Right, okay. So I've got launch energy cost down. Got 2 lots of the same, so let's get rid of that. That's 12, that's 11, get rid of that. Speed, get rid of that. Energy recovery speed plus 27. Oh, that might be useful. I've got 26 health per pickup. Let's go with that one for now. Let's try that. Which makes you frustrated because you're like, what the hell is it exactly hard? Yeah. As I said, I don't really go against that. The 2 you're missing are simple on paper. Oh, yeah. J-Station hasn't done Crash Bandicoot. Your boyfriend picked up the Insane Trilogy on the PS5. Never played it, but slowly getting there. It's a lot of muscle memory learning. It's got, muscle memory. I'm poor enough with memory, let alone muscle memory. Crash 4 is the hardest 3D platformer to complete. 2D would be Super Meat Boy. I played a bit of Super Meat Boy at a friend's once, and oh god, I did not do well at that. So yeah, if Crash is like, essentially like a 3D difficulty like that, then I would be off with it. But kudos for getting, oh bar like those last 2 done. I get the feeling I needed to be up there and I just jumped off without actually paying attention to what I was supposed to be doing, because I am very good at that. And again, look around. Yeah, definitely can't get in that lot. Can't open up that lot. Wait a minute. Who needs level 5 clearance? it's a radio. Right, okay, I was like, what are you trying to do there?
Reminder. If the contents of your workspace have been rearranged, removed, added to, or altered in any other way, you should immediately leave the area while speaking to yourself in a reassuring tone. This will not only keep you calm, but also the room. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, yeah. It's what I love about this game is that the weird stuff they come up with like that. It to me is, oh, there's a room here. It's funny, and I suppose I know it's supposed to be like really, like creepy with everything that's supposed to be going on. And, you know, if it was real, yes, it probably would be. But it's things like that just make me giggle, because it's the thought of being, you know, you turn up and everything's changing, you're like, this is okay, there's nothing wrong with this, I am perfectly fine, I am perfectly fine. And you're calming the room down, not necessarily yourself. Crash is easier than Meat Boy, she goes, oh, okay then. It's probably one of those things, if I can find someone who's got a copy, I might actually give it a whirl. Although I'm going to assume you need a controller for it. This is where, eventually, one of these days, I'm going to just get, like, a load of games you need a controller to play. And I'm going to sit here and try and play them. And you get to watch how bad I am with controllers. I used to be okay with controllers. But bearing in mind the last console I played on that used a controller a lot was a Sega Mega Drive. Just a little bit. You know, a few years ago. Rooms get panic prickly. Yep, absolutely. I mean, I've worked in some places and some of the doors are alarmed. You've got to go really careful around them. Each Crash 4 level has an inverted version, which is just mirrored horizontally. I've got to beat this level in 3 deaths or less, both normal and inverted. And it is on the PC. Okay. You used to play on PC, but you like discs. Hey, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I don't see... You know, when I was younger, yeah, I used to be sort of like, you know, ooh, console peasants. But now I'm just like, you know, hey, you go for whatever works best and what suits you. Hello? Do you need a hand? Possibly. Now, if you guys could do your best not to turn into Hiss, that would be fan-diddly-astic. Alright, okay. It's like guys like, holy hell, what the hell just happened there? And I'm like, yeah, don't mind me. Ooh. Can you imagine trying to like tactically sneak up on someone and all of a sudden your boss turns up and throws the corpse of someone at them? Oh, get rid of the body. Oh, shit. I got stuck on something. I mean, it's not too bad on controller. It's basically trying to get the muscle memory. It's just practice. Gotten used to the PS5 controller. It's been months of playing a little bit of Crash each week. Oh, okay. I worry that I'd suck a lot on it. I can see Crash being difficult with keyboard controls. Yeah. Basically, if the game is designed for using, you know, a controller, then keyboard will suck. But it is a case of getting a decent controller. I made the mistake and picked up a Steam pad controller thingy, thinking, oh, you know, it won't be too bad. And that thing is not great to use at all. Ow! Fudge, I keep pressing the wrong button. Do you need a hand? Look, it's... Yeah. Oi, here. Have that. Control yours out in October. Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a whirl. what makes it so hard is the full completion requires you to one life every level twice. Okay, yeah. To me, I'm sensing a lot of like what the classes do it again stupid kind of stuff. You have to like be pixel perfect and muscle memory jump at this particular tone in the song, or I'm assuming there's background music that plays, and you can learn the level when to dodge by the song itself. Hopefully, maybe, question mark. Do I have to re-pick up all this stuff? I don't think I have to re-pick up all this stuff. You'll find out. I'll go have a look at the crate that should be upstairs. That should let me know. It's sucking a lot. I mean, for the first time I played it, I got stuck on one level, died 10 times in a row, which just like, I'm gonna go put that game down and do something a bit less dexterous. That'll probably be me. Buy the Logitech controller they used to visit the Titanic. I mean, on the plus side, it's very space saving, that one. It's now nice and thin. My hands are wrecked from kickboxing and manual labour, so those kind of games keep my hands working well. Hey. That's kind of cool, though. 30 with arthritis. I think it gets to everyone. There's a bit of a bummer that it's happening so young, but I suppose as long as you can try and do your best with it. For some games, it's like pixel perfect madness, but you can generally complete the game without 100%. Your friend, 36, genetic bone condition. Yeah. It was actually, so one of my colleagues there's a website that gives you the percentage success rate of applying for PIP, personal independence pay. So if you had X condition, you are X amount likely to get the award. Right? Now, some of these things you would think would be 100%. You know, you have this condition, you are 100% guaranteed. And they're not. It is worrying, some of the things that she was like, guess the percentage for this, and I'm like, what do you mean it's not 100%? Paraplegia was like 97%. I'm like, so you're telling me someone could be paraplegic and there is a 3% chance that someone would turn it down? I'm like, what kind of monster do they hire for that? I'm trying to remember what some of the other bonkers ones were. Oh, amputations. Upper or lower limb amputations. You're sort of like looking at the low 90s. Bearing in mind that this is supposed to be for things that have caused like massive changes in your life, difficulty in doing daily tasks. I think having a limb or limbs removed would count towards that. I mean, it could just be me. I'm just saying that if I ended up having, you know, an arm taken off, I would struggle with my day-to-day tasks. But yeah, fun one. There was actually one thing on there that I had 100% acceptance rate. See if anyone can guess. They've declined people pit with one arm. Yeah, it's bonkers. It really is just stupid what they do with pit. Well, tape to quote as you can usually win. Yep. You're not the first to address stuff like, here's the thing, my bones were so fucked when I was born, there's no amount of milk drinking or iron supplements going to fix it. Won't fix it but still worse. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Ex-politician, yep, could very well have been the kind of person who would have come up with all that. Oh, wait. Everything's dead over here, so let's go Up here. Did someone say over here? Oh, it might have been that guy up there and I just leapt off. Let's go see if I can get up here. Your bone condition is so rare, my love, that you turn up to hospitals and enjoy watching the faces of people who look at your x-rays going...
I'm glad to see you're still you.
You're fine. We'll push through this.
The hiss of the ones.
Oh, ex-politician gets villages who sex shit. Right, I get what you mean now, Karen. No, it wasn't that. Mum's an ambulance driver, sees all sorts of stuff. Oh, yeah, my dad was a paramedic. Well, did all sorts of ambulance driving, worked his way up to paramedic. And yeah, he saw a lot of stuff. My mum worked as a nurse, again working through the ranks, got up to A&E.
We need to get them to a surgical station ASAP.
Thankfully, I grew up with a really, really twisted sense of humour because of them, because that's how they got through things. But yeah, some of the things they've seen is just, yeah. People use just calcium, but magnesium usually helps people more unless it's a density issue.
Ranger Squad Charlie 7 returned from an
that.
expedition into the quarry threshold just after 0500 Zulu. Can you please state your names and describe the purpose of your expedition?
Kevin Horowitz, Rupert Wells. Our mission was to map quarry grid coordinates G29. Secondary objective, as always, was to find a route from the threshold entrance and maintenance to the formation. Secondary objective was not a success.
What a surprise. And did you encounter any previously unrecorded event or entity while inside the threshold?
No, nothing. Do you think we should tell him about the mermaid?
Excuse me?
Yeah, the mermaid. Horowitz here found this mermaid in the quarry, just sitting on some black rock. She was singing this beautiful song, and he was overcome with desire. She was so alluring.
I'd say she was more enchanting than alluring.
Fine, enchanting.
Did you tell your CO about this?
No, because it didn't happen.
Nothing happened. As usual, the quarry is full of rocks. That's it. Can we
I've
go
seen
now?
parapsychosis, but what the hell is
You
a worm
guys,
through time?
get out of here.
I'm on all sorts. Install, you name it. A lot of generic bone supplements have magnesium in them. I always thought calcium. But then again, I kind of grew up with the whole belief that milk was good for you. Probably is in small doses, I guess.
Boy, are we glad to see you.
I want to see if I can get a modafinil prescription. Modafinil. Oh Christ, I can't remember what that one is. It's been a while since I worked in pharmacy. And I'm sure things have changed a lot since I did. Well, yeah, things will have changed a lot. It's been many years since I last worked in pharmacy. I was gaslit by milk my entire life. Pigeony.
And thanks for bringing down that... whatever the fuck that was. But we are barely holding on here, boss. How's the situation outside maintenance?
What do I tell him? The truth is harsh, but these people seem familiar with death.
The hiss are everywhere. Most of the Bureau is lost. We need Blackrock Prism to make more HRAs for any survivors in the safe rooms. I'm here to check Darling's Blackrock lab.
So to recap, death, disaster, and imminent destruction. Another day at the FBC. Well, Darling's lab is just past Blackrock processing. I got good news and I got bad news on that front. Good news is, it's right down the hall. Bad news is, a hiss monster has decided to move in, so that's great.
Monster.
That's what the Rangers said. The ones that survived, anyway. Look, we are just treading water here, and the hiss keep coming. Salvador would know what to do, but apparently he took a security team into the containment sector just before the lockdown happened, and, well, no one's seen him since. But hey, at least we got you, our fearless leader.
They shouldn't rely on me. They don't know me. They don't know how I've failed people.
You've done a good job here, Arish, but you should take your people and get to the base in Executive. You can regroup there. I'll go deal with this monster. I'm getting kind of used to them.
Aye, aye, Faden. And be sure to put a bullet in that thing for me.
But cheese is better because it's a quarter of its weight in protein. But you want cottage cheese due to the salt content in cheddar. That's a shame. Although if I don't eat much salt or things containing salt, then that allows me to eat the cheese. I'm going to go with that logic. Do not besmirch the good name of cheddar. I mean, at the end of the day, everything will kill us. You know, it's just a case of, do you want to die quickly and enjoy the food, or not so quickly and enjoy your life? I was looking at doing MMA again and telling family and friends not to. Cake sucks. Oh yeah, it's one of these things where I've been kind of looking at my own self and being like, you know, I stopped working retail and I started putting on weight because I got office jobs, and it's just looking at myself going, I need to just try and lose a bit of it, but it's so hard for me on my own to be like, I'm going to cut back on the things that I like. You know, I'm not saying stop, just cut back on them. And it's taken a while to sort of get to the point where I can look at going into shops and be like, I could go and buy myself a bucket load of chocolate bars and stuff like that. No, I won't. I don't need it. But I'm still crap at eating, and I'm just trying to get there whilst trying to put some exercise in here and there. Unfortunately, you hit 40 and your body just goes, fuck it, I can give up now. But yeah, I do need to sort of start saying no to a lot more things I enjoy. Extra mature is amazing, but it will wreck you if you use it for protein. Okay, I really like extra mature. I have busted taste buds. I don't really have a sense of smell. I can't taste much, so extra mature cheddar I can taste, so I really enjoy it because I can taste it. But you know, well, take it in small portions. Trying doing what you actually did today actually helped, absolutely. So like going into a shop and budgeting for things and saying I'm going to buy this, this, this and this, and that's it, works fantastic. Coca-Cola has carbs, but if you get the carbs from Coke instead of pasta, it will wreck you. Yeah, I try not to drink fizzy drinks. I just get far too much gas from them, and I don't particularly like that. So I think the last stuff I had was actually the dandelion and burdock that we picked up. What was that, last October? Don't know yourself. If you're cycling to and from work every day, at least 40 minutes. Probably about. It's easier to say it's 6 miles a day because time is irrelevant. I can, if needed, I can get myself to work in 15 minutes. If the roads are clear, definitely, it's a piece of cake. When I used to work in retail and was a supervisor, we'd have like the alarms get tripped, especially at one of the stores. It was underneath student digs. It was a choice, but you'd have students like going, having a shower, leaving the doors open. It'd trigger a smoke alarm, and I had to go to the shop to make sure it wasn't on fire to cancel the fire brigade call out. And this could happen at any time of the night. Usually it's like 3 o'clock in the Saturday morning. The advantage was the roads were absolutely clear, and I could just get on the bike, bomb it down the main roads, and I could be at the store in 10 minutes. And it was interesting riding at that time, and I do enjoy cycling. I'm not a runner. I can't really run. It hurts too much to do that. But cycling is my exercise, my go-to for things. It's why, even though I can technically work from home a lot more than what I do, I just save working from home for like extreme cases because I enjoy the cycle ride. It's not just the fitness side of things physically, but mentally. Just cycling and coming back, I can just let my mind forget work, forget stuff, and enjoy whatever it is, you know. And I try and take semi-scenic routes to and from work now. And it could be stuff like this morning, cycling past the river and seeing the sun beating down on the cold water, and you have the sublimation of the water into steam slowly coming off. When it rolls into winter, that looks absolutely beautiful. So it's just stuff like that going, oh yeah, that'll be starting up again soon. But yeah, I do enjoy cycling. Yeah, it was, and we were both kind of, yeah. We're going on a proper cycle ride. Yes, yeah, there's plenty of areas around here that we can cycle. And as, you know, even if it's the case, we'll go down to the park, off to the end of the peninsula, and then back up here. It's a nice round one. Have I ever played BioShock? Yes, moons ago. Many moons ago. I played BioShock. I never played the second one because at the time my PC kept crashing when I got up to a certain point, which wasn't too far into it. But then I did play Infinite. It managed to do that. But I wanted to play the second one because I wanted to make sure I had the full story, and then I realised that Infinite was its own little thing, so I was just like, oh, I'll just jump into that. But I did like BioShock. Again, it's another one of those where the setting and everything kind of I found really intriguing, and I enjoyed just letting myself get immersed within that setting. To level up, yeah, we'll get you there. Second is that. I mean, yeah, it's one of these. I'd rather play it just to, if nothing else, say I've played it. I know what it's like, and because I can quite happily lose myself in a game in its setting. If I'm playing it on my own, not on stream or anything, I could quite happily. Where do you want me to go? Parapsychology. Okay, I can quite happily just let my mind wander and enjoy the atmosphere. And if the game can get that for me, if the game can let me do that, then I don't really notice as much in terms of how the gameplay may or may not be crap. What gears does your bike have? Oh, fudge, now you're asking. I generally can't remember. It's got 3 different lots with. If you're asking like the gear ratio, I have no clue what that is off the top of my head. The bike is so bloody old. I'm sure it says it on the bike, but that's probably worn off by now. Christ. I'm trying to remember what make of bike it is, because then that might help you look up what the gear is. I think it's like a Trek 7.5 or something like that. 3 on 1, 8 on the other. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've got. I think it's either 8 or 7. Might be the 7 actually, thinking on it. But it was one I got way back when I did retail because I needed a decent bike. I did have one at the time, but it was got from Halfords, so it was the typical, they don't care how they set it up for you, they just put it together, you get to ride it. I didn't really complain because I got it for free. The landlord I had at the time turned around and said, well, I can get you a bike. He was a great landlord. So yeah, it was just a bog standard one. It's got these really weird handlebars, which they've got like an M shape to them, and I swear they've put them on wrong, because when I'm cycling now, I'm so used to a straight handlebar one now, but when I have to use that one for like the emergency backup, mine's gone in for repairs or whatever, it honestly feels like it's making my hands do this. It's not that severe, but it's just such an awkward positioning of those handlebars. But yeah, when I started retail, like general food retail, I went to the cycle shop across the road, and they were like, right, we're going to set the bike up for you. And they took it outside, they got me measured up and stuff like that, put the bike together, and the difference it made having people set the seat at the right height for the pedals, having everything all just set up. I was like, oh my god, this makes it so much easier to cycle. So yeah, I always go back to them for anything that I need bike-wise, because it's a nice little family-run business. But I say it was just the current attention they put in at the start just won me over. What did I unlock here? I unlocked something, I can't remember what it was. Those guys are wizards. They're fantastic, and they also have a really great dog. I'd love a soft tail with titanium suspension, but you don't have 3. Yeah, I got mine on the cycle to work scheme because the main thing that got me to change was my first bike was like your traditional brakes, the caliper brakes with the rubber pads on the edge of the wheel, and going down a hill in the rain and finding that the brakes didn't want to work because it got wet, and it was basically just the water got the pads got wet, so they were just pressing water against the wheel, and I was not stopping. And I was just like, I was going down a hill. I'm like, what the hell do I do? It literally was both feet off and just grind the shoes onto the floor. They were work shoes. I didn't really give a hoot. So when I went to get the new one, I was like, I'm going to get disc brakes because I've heard they're really good. And I had no clue whether they were or not. Someone said get them with the disc brakes. And to be honest, it's one of the best things I ever did. They just work better for me. I've had no major issues apart from once I accidentally managed to get a bit of oil on them, and they squealed like a stuck pig. Every time putting the brakes on, it was brilliant because people knew I was coming because I could just tap the brakes and you go. But yeah, disc brakes. Honestly, the difference it made was mind blowing. It works better than a belt. Yeah, I do have a new belt. Finally, the one that did come with the bike died. Only con for disc brakes is they take forever to remove if you need to maintain them. Yeah. Again, it's getting. I have changed the pads over. It's one of the few bits of maintenance I can do quite easily on my bike. But yeah, it is a sod to change the disc brakes, and I hate trying to do the rear wheel. It's got like the quick detached wheels, fantastic, but I always get stuck trying to figure out how the hell to drop the rear wheel off with the chain, and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? There's probably like a really easy knack to it. I should probably just look on YouTube and look for stuff like that, and there's probably like a really handy way you can go and have it off, but I'm just like, I have no clue what I'm doing. But yeah, definitely for discs, you've got to remove like pretty much everything. Yeah, it's a thing. Right, where does it need me to go? Parapsychology, let's go. But to be perfectly frank, the benefits of disc brakes outweigh the pains and whatnot with it, so I'm more than happy to just roll with it. Don't put your bike lock through the quick detach wheel because people will steal. I've seen bikes around the area that have had they've put the bike lock through the frame to something, and then people come along and just nicked the wheels. So I do have bike lock here. It's got it's big enough that I can put it through the wheel and the frame at the back, and then there's an extra security cord that will go through the front wheel. Just 'cause you cannot trust people. Angle grinder is the quickest way. Hey, Revted, welcome on in. Right, I'm here. Where do you need me to go? This way. I think it's this way. Oh yeah, it's this way. Dance for you, diplomat. Dance. Excuse me. Go on. Ow! How'd you like it when I shoot you? No, you don't like it. He exploded. Uh-oh. We've got the flash. Die. Oh. I didn't mean you to die. I meant the bad guys. But, you know. Oh well. There goes that job. Grinders draw attention. People would rather park up. but then again, you probably just walk up with a decent set of bolt cutters. Quiet, swift. All depends on the backlog that's been used. What do we have here? Before using the recording devices, please ensure the following safety measures are met. 1. Ensure the volunteer is securely fastened into the chair. Ensure the hood is placed over the volunteer's head. This will prevent the volunteer from taking in visual stimuli during the recording process, which can lower the quality of the captured footage. This also prevents recording technicians from viewing the volunteer's face, which undergoes muscle spasms during recording that some consider upsetting. Check if the volunteer is comfortable. Activate the recording apparatus. After recording is complete, check volunteer cognitive ability using the provided questionnaire. Reminder, do not be alarmed if the length of recorded footage exceeds a volunteer's periods of unconsciousness. Astral dilation is a known issue. If there are any problems arise during this process, contact your supervisor. High quality locks have composite layers of elements, gun cup grinder discs, and thieves don't usually carry most, but there is that. Might as well pick the lock at that point, and then you sort of like, you know, do they have the tool that Bosnian Bill and Lockpicking Lawyer made? Because if not, they're probably not going to get through this detainers and stuff like that. And that was annoying because I thought I'd already killed that, which is the thing that was healing them all. Gosh darn it. And yeah, no doubt there are tools out there for picking disc detainers and stuff like that. Oh, you son of a gun. You son of a gun. I pressed the wrong button in panic. I heard ankle grinder. You're right about. Excuse me. Ah yes, Bosnian Bill and Lockpicking Lawyer. Uh-oh, I hear someone. Click that reward. What's this? Oh, I'm just gonna click all. Oh, I can't click anymore then. Oh, you give me that. Let me see what this is. It was actually funny at work the other day. Speaking to a colleague I sat next to, and they mentioned something, and I was just like, "Oh, you know, just get the tool that Bosnian Bill and I made." And the look on their face when they realised that I watched Lockpicking Lawyer was priceless. So I then took my practice lock in so they could have a go at lockpicking because they've never done that before. And I'm like, "Here, have a try at this. It's fun." If you grind your ankles off, you'll have less wind resistance. True, but also a harder time trying to pedal. Those tools are real high quality with the tension wrench and rate combined into ones take up less space in the lock. Yeah. It's definitely a labour of love that they put into that. I think it's like really kind of cool what they've done, but I just like how locks work and the interest with them in terms of like how you pick them. And I did, as I picked up a practice lock just to have a go and see, you know, what it's like. Simple padlock. Came with a set of bog standard keys, and my landlord picked up a master lock padlock, security level 9. So for a giggle, I thought, let's see. I want to see how hard it is to pick this. Wave rake, so you know, basic lock picking here. Wave rake, tension lock, less than 9 seconds. And I'm like, wow, he is not kidding when he says how shit master lock is.
Why does my life feel like this?
I couldn't believe, because even on the practice padlock, it took me a while to get the wave rake to actually work properly to do it. And they said this master lock one, just, you know, put a bit of tension on, done. I was like, wow, that was shockingly easy. Oh, yeah. Tina locks require small tension tools that'll block up the keyway and those just being bent. Yep. And it's something that I sort of say it's fun to have a practice set and have a go at. You can pick them up relatively cheap. And
Arish wasn't kidding about that monster.
Mm-hmm. but I got it when I got like my first office job, and I'd be sat there on the phone, and we were basically told you have to wait for calls to come in. You can't leave the phone. You can't do anything. You had your scheduled toilet breaks. If you needed a toilet break that wasn't scheduled, you had to get someone to cover for you, and you just be sat there. And some days it was like, what do? I used to draw a lot because you used to give us paper rosters. Then when they stopped doing that, I didn't have the paper to draw on the back of. Guy I sat next to used to just bring in his novels and he'd just sit there just reading. And then he'd just like casually put it down, you know, like if someone answered. And very rarely, because those two forums that we had ones where people rang in, which if someone rang in, you knew you were going to have to do something because that was someone actively calling you. And then we had a dial-out system which was automated, and it was a pain in the backside. Hated doing it because it would ring people if they had arrears, and it didn't matter if they'd spoken to us 20 minutes prior, it would ring them. If they were on this list, they would get called. So a lot of people just ignored the calls. So a lot of the time you'd be sat there, it would go onto the voicemail, and if it was the morning, they changed it halfway through. In the morning, you didn't leave a message, and then you left a message on the afternoon one, and then they swapped it around, so you left a message on the morning one and not in the afternoon. And I started doing a lot of afternoon work, so it just made it, you'd get the voicemail start coming through, you just had to click end call, sit there and wait in the queue for the next one. So I used to sit there and pick locks. You do know you're supposed to keep pit locks in the home or have permission to have them out of the home. Inquire with the police. Oh.
You showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism?
Funny story about the police, actually. So we had an issue here where there was an issue with one of the tenants who thankfully isn't here. But basically the police needed to break into the room, you know, and they were, you know, calling for the big heavy key that they carry. And the landlord, it wasn't in England at the time, he was away abroad. And he was worried because we didn't have the spare keys here, and he didn't want the door really to be broken. So I just went to the police and said, well, I've got some lockpicks. Oh well.
Shit! They're shattered. Not a single prism left. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's my fault too, love. I get the feeling it's going to be one of these creatures that... Yeah, I can see you.
Let's hurry up and find Darling's lab.
Yep. Yeah, there was the whole, holy shit, that's a wall of airsoft. Because after they'd done everything, obviously they've got to get statements and this, that, and the other. And the police officer walks into my room to talk to me. Casually walks in, looks at the wall, and just like looks at him like, they're all airsoft. And she starts taking down the details and stuff. And her partner casually walks in, and he looks around, here you go. He looks at the wall and went, oh. And he just like stood there and then just like looked at me like almost as if to say like, right, we're going to be having words. And I'm just like, they're airsoft. So you guys should know about this by now. Don't like the airsoft culture. Mate of mine was a Marine, went to airsoft LARPs in uniform. Tell my mate he wasn't holding his gun correctly. Thankfully, I'm not like that. I've turned up to an airsoft game. We did a G.I. Jane day. So I, dressed up to raise money for charity. I have turned up in a crushed velvet purple suit. I have turned up and run around in shorts and a t-shirt in the middle of a close quarters combat environment and everyone's like all prepped speed softers and all this sort of stuff, and I'm just like, I'm going to turn up with the most ridiculous thing that I've got because I can and it's fun. I am very much the kind of guy who will play airsoft for a laugh. I will muck around with people. I don't stand there going, you've got yourself a VN mag for your M4 and it should be a full length one, I'm sorry.
The quarry is one of the more stable thresholds in the maintenance sector. That's where BlackRock comes from.
You heard that too, right?
Dimensional matter.
BlackRock comes from a threshold, quarry. So the prisms must be there too.
Contained. Think of it as paranatural lead. Our research involves many dangerous things we absolutely need to keep in check. That's what the BlackRock line fire breaks are about. The panopticon container cells.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I need the code for the quarry elevator.
Oh, Emily. The codes. BlackRock 665. Neighbor of the beast. Get it? We can do that again if you...
With the lieutenant patches, medals from incompatible eras. God, I'm one of these people that I don't like people wearing medals, especially if they're real medals. If they haven't earned them, don't wear them. It's it's fine if oh, my great granddad passed this medal down to me. Cool, don't wear it. Your great granddad may have earned that one, but you didn't, so don't wear the medal. And yeah, I have seen some people go around with medals on them, and it's just like, did you actually serve and earn those? And he's like, no, I got them off eBay. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, so why are you wearing them? They look cool. I'm like, oh, no, they don't. I mean, even fictional medals is the kind of thing that I let people get away with at like conventions that I've been to, or if it's an obvious fictional medal, like, if someone's wearing it down the street and you can tell it's an obvious fictional medal because it's like 16 times the size it should be. But even then, you get people who will get fictional medals and then try and play it off like it's a real thing. Yeah, I really hate people who wear medals and they haven't earned them. Guy today told try that one again. Guy today told me he hates foragers. Immediately got defensive. My friend is an ethical forward. Yep. Generalizing statements and assumptions. It is one of those things. It's like generalizations can be a pain, and the annoying thing is a lot of them have come about because
Darling's key. This should get us into the quarry.
The culture has built up around that, if you will, almost. It's like, football hooligans. They're all people who shave their heads. I hate sports. But yeah, as well, like in terms of patches, I just have, silly anime patches. I don't wear any patch that... I don't think any of them are actually remotely close. I don't know, there might be one or two that could be, but then I don't really wear them at the games. I just got them because there was a connection to them that I had. But yeah, a lot of the time I've got a whole wall of just anime morale patches that I'll wear when I go gaming or conventions, and it's just daft little things, and that to me is fine. But when you get people with ranks and stuff like that, and I'm just like, you have got your head up your own backside there. Anyway, utilization of paranatural elements, BlackRock. Summary. BlackRock has allowed the Bureau to make great strides in containment procedures since it was first discovered. This report will examine how its very structure is comprised of pomegranates. Density. That nullifies all resonances with a range of... Have I not covered yet? No, I've done orange, haven't I? We'll go with orange. Orange to banana hertz. Bureau innovations that incorporate BlackRock will be analysed, most notably the firebreaks, feats of engineering designed to contain any future outbreaks, attacks, or other internal threats. The goal of this report is to encourage Bureau staff to explore further innovations using BlackRock, as work in that field has markedly slowed in recent years. Refer to file 5-93-1733 for full report. Some of yours look like codename patches, but not like rank. Yeah, there's some of them are just based on emblems from a particular show, and because of that particular show, yes, it does have a semi-militaristic look to them, but they're not. It's not like what I would sort of say too. You couldn't look at it and go, oh, that's British Army, that's German, and stuff like that. Which I think which one would be the most. I think the most that I've either got the Girls Frontline GK patch or the GATE Japanese Ground Self-Defense Force. And I think they're mostly because they don't really have any really obvious like anime attachment. Although I do have the Canadian Navy one. That could potentially be viewed as a patch. Anyway. We now have actual access level 5, not I can jump through windows level 5.
Everything here is crazy. Weird, but it feels right. Like how the world should be. I am in an infinite building leading to different dimensions, and I never want to leave.
That's
Even
good, because the
with all
exit moved
horror,
last week.
I'm happy. It feels sane. Just the right kind of insane.
Oh, hello. Goodbye. Oh, hello. Let's go to the quarry first. Gonna go train a bit. Not a problem at all. Enjoy the training. All the best. We'll catch up with you later on. Thanks for popping in. Oh, yay! Control point. I actually want to have a look to see, can I make... no, I can do the grip. What does that do for me? Unlock the second mod slot, increase base weapon damage. Okay. Or Pierce is a precise charge shot, penetrates armies. Let's go for Pierce. And we'll go for that. Let's actually make the mods. I don't need to worry about doing that at the moment. So let's swap this for Pierce. Let's see, what can I give Pierce? Gives me more zoom, gives me more accuracy. Damage whilst aiming. Okay. Energy gain from headshots. Okay, let's go by rarity. I'm gonna go with the damage whilst aiming. Personal mods. Ooh, you've actually got a second slot unlocked. Woo! And we shall go. Ooh. Let's go with that one. Could have sworn this would zoom in. Chest. Oh, poo. Can we go back to the unread, please? Ooh, got 6 unread. Okay. The Dynamic Energy Extraction and Conversion. Pasta Sarcophagus Container, NSC. The NSC was designed by order of Deputy Chief Trench shortly before he became director. The container provides a safe method of extraction of cereals' excess energy output while acting as a humane way to house them. The coolant pumps keep the container and its bacon from overheating while the energy is siphoned. The energy is then conducted to the converters where it is rendered into a baked bean through the use of turbine generators. The electricity produced powers the entire bureau, making us completely self-sufficient and effectively invisible on the New York City grid. After NSC-01's disappearance by some unknown manifestation of cauliflower's power, the occupant was restrained and a second model was built. NSC-02 possesses built-in spatial anchors that are designed to prevent any translocative effort from its occupant. Refer to file 9-23-0544 for full report. The Astronaut Program. The report serves as an introductory guide to the astronaut program, including candidate requirements, training practices, and astral research procedures. Astronauts are chosen individuals who explore and document the astral plane by making physical contact with the X-ray light box. See case file OOP-18 for details. In the Hypnosis Lab, a section of the Parapsychology Division. Physical and psychological training is vital for the repeated transition between planes, known as dives. Of course you can have serial redactions. You're just looking for any particular kind? Like after each dive, astronauts must undergo a cornflake session in the cognitive recording chairs to record their experience in the plane. Gathered data has conclusively proven that Cocoa Pops and Sugar Puffs within the astral plane vary wildly between astronauts. On rare occasions, these dives can result in losses, often occurring when teams encounter aggressive astral entities. Refer to file 8-29-1839 for full report. The Hiss Warped. The Hiss Warped wield only paranatural abilities similar to drifters. They are able to telekinetically shield themselves with nearby material and launch objects at their target. These entities are particularly destructive and difficult to kill, possibly indicating a greater internal reinforcement of Hiss resonance. Why do certain Hiss display paranatural abilities while others rely on Bureau firearms? Do certain corrupted entities have less potential than the hosts that become with Hiss Warped? Or is this perhaps an indication of evolution or maturation of the Hiss corruption? Are there other stages of evolution yet to be found? What if the hiss inhibits a host for a month, a year? Do hosts expire after a certain amount of time? Does the corruption become too strong for an organic body to endure? Only time and well-documented adaptation will report. Refer to file shredded wheat for full report. The Hiss-corrupted sniper. Bureau snipers specializing in eliminating threats from a distance using the telltale searchlights affixed to their rifles to search for targets. Hiss snipers are no less lethal. The corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from their target, waiting in elevated positions for a clear shot. Care should be taken in open spaces. Check the balconies. I should note that their rifles are equipped with a bayonet for close quarters combat, and his snipers are well aware of how to use it. Is Cocoa Puffs a thing? Refer to file Cocoa Puffs for a full report. What are they like? Sugar Puffs that are chocolate? His distorted agents are able to render themselves invisible and emit a powerful concussive blast in close range of the target. Curiously, the Hiss distorted is apparently not able to utilize both abilities at once. It must make itself visible when it goes on the offensive. The Hiss distorted is unique to the fact that it wields a paranatural ability previously unknown to the Bureau, perhaps tapping into a yet undiscovered object of power. How does this invisibility work? Does the distorted become resonance temporarily? Does it use Hiss resonance to reflect light? The physical deformation of the particular Hiss entity is noteworthy in its thoroughness. Clearly the human host would have died from such extreme alteration, which prompts the question, are the corrupted simply animated corpses? Refer to file Rice Krispies for full report. There was one I was trying to remember the name of and I couldn't remember it. The one with the astronaut. I don't think they make it anymore. Honey Nut Cheerios, okay. Hiss clusters, oh, we got clusters, you know, some clusters of Honey Nut Cheerios, are unique in that they're concentrated manifestations of Hiss resonance without the need for a host. Hiss clusters are dense spherical compressions of Hiss resonance that serve support functions in the hierarchy of Hiss entities. The clusters are capable of replenishing Hiss hosts with infusions of resonance. This does not heal any physical damage inflicted on the organic host, but rather seems to rejuvenate them, allowing them to endure more bodily harm than normally possible. The fact that the Hiss makes an effort to preserve its corrupted hosts underlines a level of awareness and discretion that was previously just speculation on my part. Can this entity be considered an individual or simply an extension of the Hiss as a whole? Capturing one alive would be quite interesting. Refer to file Honey Nut Cheerio for full report. I mean, you know, it's the best way to find out if it's a dad joke, if it's, you know, fully grown. Now, why is my spider sense tingling saying that this isn't going to work?
Elevator's broken. Gotta get down the old-fashioned way.
Could it be because there was an old-fashioned way already ready? The house knew. It was preparing me. Wait, is that? That is indeed a way across. Whee! Crunch. And then it exploded. Oh, go away, little buzzy thing. There was a corking great big moth this morning. It's just sat here and breakfast, and this huge moth flew past. I'm like, holy crap, who let Mothra out? Yourself. Okay, that's kind of cool. I didn't notice that the first time. The fact that my landing caused damage to the vent cover, that's actually kind of cool. Not on that one, though. Was it not far enough? I'm going to assume so. Probably regret not having the shotgun. Nope. Here, have that. Gonna get set up stream? Not a problem. I will catch you in your stream shortly. Thinking, oh no, endless space? Are we going back to see more Horatio, or are we going to something different? It's also a really handy place for me to be calling, because this is where I got up to previously. Come on, stick your head out. So yeah, the rifle's charged, and then it's after a set period of time it actually lets loose, so you've got to try and get people in your sights before it does the whole let loose. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Ooh. They weigh a ton. Catch. Ooh. Yep, there's more of them. Wasn't the cow I was aiming for, but I'll take it. Endless space, more Horatio, because I think it's not going well, but useful to wrap up as a fairly before Space Marine. I mean, yeah. Always good to go for that. But yes, I will be over shortly. Oh no. Okay, right, I'll try not to nerd out. It is a mine. I suppose you could arguably get away with it, but bugbear of mine is games that just do not do. If you're going to put trains in your games, like railways, at least make it look believable. You know, in this game of, you know, improbable X-Files style bonkersness, my gripe is the track doesn't look believable. What are you complaining I'm full on? I'm going to assume it's these. So let's sort by rarity and let's just start deconstructing the crap stuff. There we go. And then I can pick up this. And then we shall head back to the safe point. What you give me board count measures? Oh, survival tactics. Right, okay. So, kill a hiss charge in the maintenance sector without getting hit. There's 5 of them. Kill hiss troopers in maintenance. Kill hiss rangers in the research sector. And kill enemies using launch. Okay. We'll go with those 3. Okay, I think I know what to do in terms of where we are with everything, and we can call that woohoo. Mary Michael 08, thank you very much for the follow, and just about to wrap up, I'm afraid. But it's been a fun game of Control. But yes, welcome on in. I do apologise, as unfortunately you caught me just as I'm about to go raid out. Kill enemies using your launch. I mean, it could have said launch, but you know, one of the two. I'm sure I could throw something towards them. It's going to work one way or another. But yeah, I enjoy this game, and it's getting to the point now where I got up to here before. So I did get to the Blackrock Quarry, and I know I managed to see like the main area of it. I don't remember getting too far past it, so this is I'm sure by next stream I'll have caught up to where I was before, and then it'll all be new. I'm kind of looking forward to that because it is a fun game to lose yourself in. But that'll be next week, next Friday. Oh, you can push. I know it's time for me to finish. Shush. And as me and Caron were sort of saying, we'll be looking at doing some Warhammer 40k on the 13th. So it'll be a break from Control. I might move Control on to a different day, like the Monday, because I don't really have a set stream for the Mondays. So I might move Control onto the Monday to keep the Control going each week. But yeah, we'll be looking at Warhammer on the 13th, and going on from there, we'll see how that one goes. Oh, I missed those messages altogether talking about that, but let me guess, wanting to create stuff for me and all that jazz. I was too busy staring over at the other screen. I did not see chat there, but cheers for that. Anyway, I will wrap this one up here. I will next be streaming on Monday, sort of for definite. May look to do something tomorrow, but to be honest, the Saturdays have kind of died off a bit. But yeah, we'll sort of come back on Monday. Might look to do a bit more Black Mesa. Have a muck around in that. That was fun to have a go at again. Old school Half-Life with, I say a modern engine, it's a bloody old game engine now, but it's a fun throwback on that, but we'll see what else comes up. In the meantime, I'll get the raid over to Cardone sorted. Who is gonna be doing Endless Space, where we are all going to be Horatio. All praise Horatio. Horatio is everyone, and everyone is Horatio. Although it's not going quite swimmingly, but hey! So if you want to join us on the raid, that'd be fantastic. No worries if not, though. I do appreciate everyone turning up. I do hope you all enjoyed watching the stream. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are, it's been a pleasure having you. Until next time, toodles.